Hi everybody, this is Ali. Welcome to my YouTube channel. In today's video, we're going to be making cord organizers using the embroidery machine Brother SE1900. These are personalized cord organizers. I purchased the file on Etsy. If you are interested in buying it, I'll leave the link down in the description. I am not an affiliate or a sponsor of this business. I just found the file on Etsy. I really liked it and I purchased it. And I'm going to show you here today how to personalize this file because it's a blank file. And so I used Inkscape to personalize it. So I'm going to show you how to do it and how to embroider it and finish it. Now, the way I personalized these was by either putting the name of what that cord is for. So in like this case, this will be the organizer, the tag for the cord that charges my camera light. In this case, I used it for just to show like what type of cord this is. Like this is the USB cable or a micro USB, right? And also this is the cord for my mouse to charge the mouse. And of course you can always put like whose cord this is for, like this will be the cord for my phone charger. So you really can do whatever you want with this cord organizers. You can just put whatever names you want and it will work perfectly. What I really like about this cord organizers is that if you're using the cord, all you do is open the organizer and you can use your cable, right? And it will have the tag. So you will know, even if as it's being used, which cable it is or who it belongs to. And when you're done, all you do is wrap it around your organizer like this and close it with the tab and is ready to be stored. So you can put it in a drawer, you can put it in a bag like this one, and you don't have to worry that all your cables will be tangled up with each other because they are separated by the organizer. Now I use this clear pouch to keep all my cables or cords. I like it because it's see-through, so I can clearly see if I'm missing a cable. I use this a lot for traveling. I put this in my carry-on bag, and if I need to use my portable charger or charge my phone at the airport or wherever I'm staying, I can clearly see if I have my cables in there or not. And now it's going to be even better because now they are organized and tagged by the name. So when I put them in there, I can just clearly see which type of cable it is or which type of cord. And all I have to do is pull it up and I don't have to worry that they are all tangled and a mess. So this is what we're going to make today. I made these with vinyl or faux leather, and I also made them with waterproof canvas. So you can use these two materials. I also made one with just one single layer of faux leather. So like these, you can see it has the same material on both sides. So it's the right side on both sides, like this one. This one is just the front, and the back is the back of the vinyl. It's a little bit softer, and you can try this if that's what you prefer. I truly preferred this method, this style. So that is what we're going to be making today. All the timestamps are below. So if you want to go see a specific part of this video, you can click that. And please don't forget to subscribe to my channel so that you can see every week what new projects we are going to be creating together. And if you like this video at any point, please don't forget to click the like button. It helps me more than you know. Okay, you guys, thank you so much and enjoy the video. Starting with Inkscape, you're going to open a new template. In this case, it's the 5x7 hoop size. And here's where we're going to insert the file. So you're going to click import and find the document that ends with the .pes, which In my case, it's the one that I need because I have a Brother machine. So you find the file for your machine and you're going to insert it here into the template. Immediately, you're going to use your arrows in your keyboard and you're going to move this file to one corner of your 5x7 template. And the reason that you're doing this is because you want to be able to fit as many cord organizers as you can in your hoop. And I'm going to put 3 in this hoop. So now I'm opening the second file that it goes in there automatically. So the moment it goes in there, immediately move it. I use the arrows in my keyboard because I found that to be the easiest way to do it. And then once I have that, I'm going to do the third file. So again, import, make sure you find the file and open it up and it's there. Now in this case, I want this file to be rotated. So I'm going to lower it to the bottom of my hoop size. Once I get to that point, I am going to right click on the image and it will turn the arrows around the corners like curved, and that's when I know the file is good to be rotated. And then now you can move the file around to make sure that all 3 fit in there perfectly. Now let's go ahead and enter the text. For that you need this extension that is called Inkscape, and it offers several options for fonts, as you can see here. I like the Amida font, so I'm going to go ahead and type the first word that I want in my cord organizer, which in this case is going to be phone. I'm going to do a cord organizer for my phone charger. So I type the word phone and here it is. Once I select the word, the arrows either go straight or curved. When they're straight, you can press Control and one of the arrows and you can reduce the size without making it, without losing the shape. And you can place the word anywhere you want. Then you unselect that and go back to Inkscape, and again you'll have the next phrase that you want to type. In this case it's going to be charger, but if you notice it's not the right font, so I can go back, pick the font, and the machine will automatically change the font. But I really don't like how the R looks in this case, so I'm going to find another font that I like, and I like this Espresso Dolce. And so I like this font and it changed it automatically for me. So there it is. All I have to do is select the word, Control arrow, and change the size, and it will keep the correct proportions of this image, lower it. And at this point, because of the cable organizer, I need to put the charger upside down, the word charger upside down, so that way when I close the cord organizer, I can read it correctly, phone charger on both sides. But that's how you change that. As you can see, I didn't like that the phone and charger were 2 different fonts, so I deleted the word phone. I selected the right font this time, Espresso Dolce, and typed the word phone, and now I can have matching fonts on this cord organizer. It's the same way. I changed the size, and in this case I'm not rotating it because that's the kind of like one side of the cable organizer and then the other side. Now I am going to finish this, and I will complete the same steps for the other 2 cable organizers. now Inkscape shows you a preview of how this is going to stitch once it's in the machine. And for that, we're going to go to Extensions, Ink Stitch, and we're going to click on Visualize and Export, and then Simulator. And it opened up like another part of Inkscape, and like another app, I guess. It's right here. And once it opens it up, it will show us exactly how it's going to stitch once it's in the machine. And it will do the outline of the cord organizers first, obviously, but you see those lines. That's how the thread is going to go from one to the next. And here it is, the first word. As you can see, it's, you know, stitching it, and that's exactly how it's going to look. And now you see the line going from here to there. That is the thread. So it's not going to cut the thread. It's going to continue stitching one and, you know, and the next. But then at the end, phone, it cut the stitching there. There's no thread between phone and headphones. So that is going to show you exactly how it's going to be when it gets to the machine, which is pretty cool. And this is one feature that I really like about Inkstitch, and I think other embroidery softwares do the same thing. Now let's go ahead and save it, save as, and you can type it whatever you want to type it, but make sure that you keep it with the extension PES or whatever extension your embroidery machine takes. It's important. And click save, and that's it. Now let's take it to the embroidery machine. For this project, you can use any type of fabric that doesn't fray. So I am using this faux leather. You can also use waterproof canvas. Now I cut these with my Cricut, and I cut them the size of what my hoop can take, which is 5x7 hoop. However, you can also take a piece of scrap fabric like this. You don't have to cut it perfectly, and as long as it fits inside your hoop, you should be fine. And for this one, I'm just going to leave it like that. I'm not going to cut it. I'm going to practice making the cable organizers with this material as well as this material. You will need your hoop, whatever hoop size your machine takes. This is a 5x7, and you will need the stabilizer sheets. And I bought these on Amazon. They're not fusible or anything. I bought several, so I'm trying to use them all up. But these actually worked out great, perfect for this project. Of course, the thread, the embroidery thread, that will match your fabric. Duct tape. This will help a lot to keep the fabric in place. You will be taping the fabric to the stabilizer. So we're using duct tape and scissors. Now, I really like these. They're just regular scissors, and they're super sharp for fabric. And I have my curved tip embroidery scissor, and this is great because on the back of the project there's going to be a lot of different threads that will be hanging. You can barely see them. You probably can't see them. So this really helps you get really close to your design and not cut the thread, not cut the design. Now this one is not a curved tip. So this one you have to be careful. It is very sharp, and this one you will use to cut really close to the stitch line when you're done with your project. Okay, so we take our hoop and take the stabilizer, and we are going to place the stabilizer first this way. You don't need to glue it, you don't need to baste it. You don't need to do anything. This is good. And we make it tight here. That I'm going to actually test with this fabric right now, this vinyl. And as you can see, it's a little bit bigger than the 5x7, so it's good. I am going to take my scissors. I'm just using this as a guide to measure, make sure that I have perfect. Okay, so I take the scissors and I just trim off the excess fabric right there at the edge, and I do the same here. And I'm going to take my duct tape and I'm going to tape it along here, all four sides of the fabric. Okay, and don't worry about if you think that the tape is going to cover the piece of fabric where the design is going to be. It's okay. I do it all the time. This type of tape is not going to leave any residue in your needle, so you should be okay. Perfect. So that's the front side of your hoop. Now we're going to flip it and we're going to do the same. We're just going to make sure that we have enough material to cover our entire working area, and we're just going to trim off any excess fabric right here. Okay, and just make sure it's centered to the back, and we're going to tape it. And now you have your fabric, your material on both sides of the hoop. Okay. So, perfect. So let's go to the little icon here for the flash drive. And my file is here saved. And I think it's this one. Let me see. Set. No, it's not that one. Back. Okay. And it's not this one because this one is the first one I did. Ali's phone. Oh no, this one is Ali's phone, micro USB and micro USB. Okay, so let's make this one. And now I'm going to click here to embroider. And it's ready. And it's telling me the first design is going to be for the one on the left, and it's the outline, and it's giving me like the different colors. I'm not going to do all the colors change. The different colors is just so that it's a different step. Okay, so now that we know that design is correct in the program, in the machine, we're going to start the embroidery. Lower the presser foot and the light turned green, and we just press it. And I like to hold the thread just in case. Okay. Now it's going to stop. It cut the thread. Now I just need to press the start button again for it to continue. And this is the final step. This it says is finished. All we click is okay. Okay, so now this is how it looks. Look how smooth and nice it's in the back. It has, material on both sides. And so what we're going to do is that we're going to take the tape off. Don't worry if your tape is it's in the stitching. It's going to come off, believe me. Now we take it off the hoop. Okay, this is how it looks. Now we're going to cut it around the edges, and all we're doing is just trimming around it so it's easier to handle when we're actually cutting really close to the stitch line. Okay, so here is one of the three that I kind of separated. I am going to take my curved tip scissors, and I'm just going to trim off all of the little threads that I have here. I did notice that there's no apostrophe, but well. So just very carefully though. I mean, just because it's curved doesn't mean that you may still cut some of the fabric, you know, some of the material. So you still want to be careful. And then the back, you will do the same. So now that it's cleaned up, I need to cut the slits here so that this is for the cable to go through here and keep it secure. And the way I'm going to do this is that I just fold this in half, and I take the scissors and I just go in there carefully, right? You want to cut just enough to get to the stitch line. Next, you're going to take your sharp small scissors, and you're actually going to go in there and trim as much as you can. Being careful that you don't cut past the stitching line. Okay, perfect. Now you're going to trim all along the stitching line very carefully with your sharp small scissors. You're going to go around it carefully like that. I decided to use this pretty vinyl, but in this case I didn't put any vinyl on the bottom of the hoop. I only left it on the top. So this is a single layer cable organizer, and as you can clearly see the back, it has all the stitching. It looks really nice, and obviously I didn't tape it because it was big enough where I can just place that piece of fabric on the hoop, and the moment the machine starts stitching, the fabric stays in place. It doesn't really move. So there was no need to put tape. Here's the final product. Here are the cord organizers with the snap. And I have a video where I show you how I added the snaps to these cord organizers. The link is in the description. This is the one with the waterproof canvas, double side, and the ones with the vinyl, this other one as well. And that way you can always keep them organized in place, not tangled with each other, and they're actually really, really cute and useful.